Okay, so I just had this thing running as a real bad 60 cycle hum. Looking at the schematic, I need a um, 20, 80, no, 40, 80, 20 microfarads to put in this box. This speaker seemed to be a little rattly, like could have issues, but it had a very bad 60 cycle hum. I couldn't hear this speaker. I don't know if that speaker was even working. I didn't pay attention. This was definitely working. Um, so this other video I may not put on because I don't know. I screwed up and shut it off instead of hitting pause. So on this side here, we got this crack here, and it's been hit by something here. It feels like a piece of pipe. It's smacked with something, so I imagine this has something to do with that. I'm not sure. Might have been shipping. On this side here, and those hold down bolts are fake. They're just sitting here. I don't know what their scam was back in the day. So there's the maybe noisy speaker. On this side here, this is broken. It's wide apart right now, so this has to be, it's falling apart. That had to been from shipping. So we got bass, volume, and treble. So it seems like if these things come with one knob, just the volume, they have one tube. Seems like that what I was noticing. So, and all the majority of the components are in that rectangle ceramic PC component thing. I think there's gonna be like 10 pins on that thing, and they're all over. It's doing all kinds of things inside of here. So on this part here, what I noticed is the cap is missing to this. So when you go to turn this on and off, when I first turned it on, it wouldn't turn on. And this thing here floats up. And this thing here is bent to crap. This thing is twisted. This is down. So I'll take a pair of needle nose and I'll hold on to it here with a pair of pliers and see if I can straighten this up. Somebody must have forced something when this was in its orbit, and somebody was trying to force it, turn it on, I think. I don't think it happened in shipping. And then that phenolic or whatever, that carbon, that big thick material's missing from here to hold down on this. I have another turntable with that missing and that didn't drop. So, yeah, I'll have to straighten this. So I suppose somebody forced it. I don't know exactly what this end does yet. I don't know how you reject it or nothing yet. I don't know where reject is right now. It's this way. So I'll watch when I hit reject what it actually does here. Okay. Right now it's on. I'm not going to force it off because I'll have to force, oh, there. But this will drop and it'll go on the other side of it. Maybe this thing was jammed because that was dropped and somebody forced it, and I don't know what bent this thing. I really don't know. I don't know. And my other turntables that had this big movement here too. So I don't know what's going on here, what this is supposed to be doing. I know it wouldn't turn on and it wouldn't reject. So I think this is supposed to be on the far side of this, I think. I don't know. I'm not sure. Kind of rides up there easily, and that forces it to shut off. So when you turn it on, there's something not happening here. It won't turn on. Something has to happen here, and I don't know what. This is like way out of range here. I'll pull it back and shut it off, but now it's way out of range to turn it on again. If I do the eject, oh, eject is doing it. Okay. So I don't know. That's okay. That's triggering. That has a right down here. I get the light to shine in there. Where's the light? It has a post it's a piece of this rod is coming, and it's bent up and it's angled into this. It's right in here. Right in there. You can see it there. It's sticking. There's the rod right there, I believe. So the rod forces it, but now it just got stuck. So I have to straighten this. Somebody must have forced it, and I don't know how that would get bent. That's that piece of pipe when it hit it. God only knows what people do with stuff. And then this has to be put some kind of a cover on there and keep it held down with these pins. I think that usually is just kind of an inside fit. It pushes down. I've never seen those one-way connector fasteners on these things. If I could figure something out for that. So maybe that drop-in had something to do with something, so somebody forced it, but still how that's bent, it's unknown. I wanted to check to see if the um, get that in focus. There's 3 wires in there. I want to check and see if the needle cartridge is working. I couldn't do that because the harsh 60 cycle hum. The motor was spinning. I could hear it. But obviously it wouldn't connect to the turntable platter because it's not hanging in there. It's probably dropping like this. I gotta figure out I know the rubber things, they gotta have a rubber cushion on each side about I don't know, lesser than a 1/4 inch. They're real spongy or half-ass spongy. I know what they look like when I see them, but so I might have to compromise and figure something out. Put 2 bushings, rubber bushings on each side, and figure out a distance by moving this back and forth and using judgment on the top side. I need this C or E clamp to hold this platter on. That's dropping, so that's gonna be nothing but trouble. I might have one of those. I might. So there's, stuff to do ahead of it. And these stupid pin things, whatever their idea was. It looks like they snipped those. That's supposed to be there so, and go through those wooden ears so when you ship this thing, you can snug those up and take the bounce out of this turntable. That's the idea of these things. Whatever they did there is just stupidity. It must have been from the manufacturer that way because those wooden ears do not have holes going through them. Maybe it was an incompleted thing and somebody at the original shop didn't figure it out, so they took some heavy cutters and cut those. So hopefully the motor will be all right. Then I got to figure out some kind of dropping resistor to drop this down to 115 volts. Well, the whole the whole thing down to 115 volts, I guess. Otherwise, the pinto tube might go into heater to cathode leakage if you got too much filament voltage going on, and the 50L6 too. You don't want too many filament voltages going in there because they'll go into heater to cathode leakage. So you don't want that. Could go into heater to cathode leakage. So there's that one of those tall posts. I don't know what they're for. Okay. This is still May 20th, 2023, Oranger Beginner's Corner here. I'll head back out